How to care less about what doesn't matter. Inspired by Marcus Aurelius and Stoic philosophy. 1. Hook, the emperor who tried not to care. Once, the most powerful man in the known world sat alone in his tent, writing to himself. His name was Marcus Aurelius, emperor of Rome, commander of armies, ruler of millions. He could have indulged in everything: banquets, pleasures, power. But instead, he spent his nights asking himself, what truly deserves my care? He had wealth, fame, and absolute authority, and yet he practiced the art of caring less. Not out of apathy, but out of wisdom, because Marcus believed that the things which disturb us most, the pain, the fear, the jealousy, the frustration, all come from caring about things we can't control. And when we learn to loosen that grip, when we stop giving our peace away to what isn't ours, life becomes lighter. This video is about that practice. How to care less. Not because you're cold, but because you want to live better. 2. Context. What Stoicism really teaches us. Unlike many emperors before him, Marcus Aurelius tried to live by Stoic principles, a philosophy that values reason, virtue, and inner calm. The Stoics, like Epictetus and Seneca, believed that the world is divided into two realms. 1. Things we can control, our actions, choices, and attitudes. 2. Things we can't. Everything else, other people, the past, the weather, fortune. Most of our suffering, they said, comes from confusing the two. We try to control the uncontrollable, and we abandon what we actually can shape ourselves. When life hurts, it's often not because of life itself, but because we're wrestling with what we can't hold. We blame the world, the people, the timing, but deep down, we've given them the power to pull our strings like puppeteers. Marcus's wisdom was simple but hard. Stop letting those strings control you. When you stop caring about what's outside your reach, those strings fall away and you find peace. 3. The three dimensions of time. To understand this, Marcus reflected on the three ways we waste our care through time itself: the future, the past, and the present. The future, the tyranny of what if. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Think about it. How often do we live entire tragedies in our heads that never actually happen? We worry about losing our job, about being rejected, about what might go wrong tomorrow. We play out hundreds of scenarios, and in most of them, we lose. Marcus saw how foolish this was. He wrote, "Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present." He realized that the fear of what's coming is just imagination disguised as preparation. The future doesn't exist yet. It lives only in our thoughts. And as long as it's not happening, it's powerless. If you can handle this moment right now, then you can handle tomorrow when it arrives. Why waste today fighting a battle that hasn't begun? Many of us suffer not from real problems, but from the stories we tell ourselves about them. We imagine disaster and then live it twice, once in our minds, once when it actually happens. Stoicism teaches us to live it only once. So, the next time your mind starts spinning with what ifs, remember, if it hasn't happened, it's just a shadow, and shadows can't hurt you. The past, the prison of regret. Marcus also warned against being chained to the past. He wrote, "Man lives only in the present, in this fleeting instant. All the rest of his life is either past and gone, or not yet revealed." We can't walk back into yesterday. No matter how many times we replay it, regret can't rewrite it. And yet, We keep watching the same mental movie over and over, hoping the ending changes. It never does. Our memories are like distorted mirrors. They show reflections, not reality. They're colored by emotion, bias, and time. And still, we torture ourselves with what-ifs. I should have tried harder. I shouldn't have said that. I wish I could go back. But you can't go back, and that's okay. Marcus reframed it beautifully. It's fortunate that this has happened, and I've remained unharmed by it, not shattered by the present or frightened of the future. He taught that the past doesn't define you. Your reaction to it does. Every mistake is material for growth. Every wound, a chance to practice strength. The past isn't your prison. It's your teacher. And you can stop visiting it like a ghost haunting its own house. The present, the practice of acceptance. That leaves us with the only place life actually happens, now. But even here, we often resist reality. We get angry when things don't go our way. We cling to comfort and fear loss. We want control over everything, and that's the problem. Marcus compared people who resist life to pigs squealing when sacrificed, fighting a fate they cannot escape. We can't stop time. We can't prevent aging, heartbreak, or loss. We can only meet them with dignity, he wrote. Treat what you don't have as non-existent. Look at what you have, and think of how much you'd crave them if you didn't have them. But be careful not to overvalue them, that it would upset you to lose them. That balance, gratitude without attachment, is the Stoic art of living. Enjoy what you have, but don't make your peace depend on it, because sooner or later, life will take it away. And if you've practiced acceptance, you'll be ready. Adversity, Marcus said, is not a curse, it's a stage. A stage to practice your virtues, patience, honesty, courage, compassion. You can't control the play, but you can choose how to perform in it. That's real freedom. Not the power to change everything, but the peace to face anything. 4. Reflection, the weight you can drop. When we care too much about the future, we live in fear. When we care too much about the past, we live in regret. When we resist the present, we live in frustration. But when we let go, when we narrow our care to what's truly ours, we discover calm. Marcus Aurelius faced wars, betrayal, illness, and the slow decay of an empire. And yet, he remained composed, not because his life was easy, but because he practiced this. Focus on what's within your power. Release what isn't. Every day, ask yourself, what am I holding that isn't mine to hold? Then put it down. 5. Autru, caring less to live immori. The Stoics weren't teaching detachment for detachment's sake. They weren't saying don't feel. They were saying feel wisely, care deeply, but about the right things. Because the less you care about what doesn't matter, the more room you have to care about what truly does. Your actions, your values, your loved ones, your peace. So, next time life hurts, pause. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, let it pass like wind through your fingers. If yes, then act with courage and reason. And maybe, just maybe, you'll begin to understand what Marcus Aurelius meant when he wrote, because to me, the present is a chance for the exercise of rational virtue. In short, the art that men share with gods. That art, the art of living, begins the moment you learn to care less and live more.